This granite quarry is called Pedretti's quarry, or Mario Pedretti, and he mined the granite blocks here. And the company was called Marlem Quarry. They mined the blocks. And why? Because in Europe, pink was a fashion in the early 1950s up to 1979. And women wanted pink in their kitchens and bathrooms. So the Italians that stayed behind after the Second World War never went back. They loved the place, so they stayed behind. And what they did is they started mining the granite blocks. Now there are 15 granite mines in this area, all by the Italians. They mined the blocks, and the blocks were called dimension stones, 1.1 meter by 1.1 meter by 2.2 meters with a 50 millimeter variance, dimension stones. So the blocks were mined here in many quarries, not just this one, railed to Durban, shipped to Italy. Italy had the technology at the time to cut and polish, and it went into kitchens and bathrooms in Europe. Okay, now when the fashion changed, that women didn't want pink in their kitchens and bathrooms anymore, then all of the mines closed down. And none of them are operational. Okay, and I'll show you when we're down there. There's a specific feature that's very unique in this rock, and I'll explain it when we're down there. It's a black stuff. Now that black stuff looks just like lava, but it's not. I'll explain when we get there. Now that black stuff is also in veins through the material, and women in Europe psychologically associated that with dirt, and a woman doesn't want dirt in her kitchen and bathroom. So those black lines resemble dirt, and women said, no, 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 I don't want this thing, it looks like dirt, don't want it anymore. And all of these mines closed down. Okay, the Italians, like this guy here, Mario Pedretti, he became a billionaire out of granite. He moved from here, he went to Rustenburg, and he bought some property there, and he's mining the Rustenburg Uparana today. And that's the one that you get in your kitchen and bathroom. That's the grey one with the white speckles in. Comes from the same man that started off here. Third generation of the Pedrettis are still into granite, and they became massively rich out of the material. Others who did not stay with the required dimensions went bankrupt, belly up, and we don't even know where they are. They disappeared.
Firstly, how heavy was this dimension block?
The SG,
by 2,
yeah, the SG of water is 1. The SG of this material is 2.8.
Okay, so about a 5-ton block, like 5 big cars.
Yeah, it's between actually about 8, in the region of 8 tons per block.
Okay. Can I just cut in there for a sec?
Yeah.
You see the trucks going to Durban. Sometimes you see them with a granite block on. No. 1 block on a whole truck. So that shows you how heavy they are. I think they can weigh up to 25 tons.
Yeah, well,
up to.
It depends on the dimensions, but on average, the dimension blocks weighed between 8 and 10 tons. Now, depending on the carrying capacity of the vehicle, 1 or 2, maximum 3 if it's a 35-ton vehicle, 3 blocks.